formative years?
I went through my school life being picked on, being bullied, being teased, being taunted, you know, for wearing a turban, something slightly different. And it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
You know, let it be known, it was not easy at school. It was a hard time, you know. And I came home crying so many times, said, Mum, I don't want to wear the turban.
Yeah.
Mum came from a sort of fairly strong Sikh background and told me basically in no uncertain terms that you take your turban off and you don't come back to this house.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if she was bluffing or whether she meant it, but it was enough to frighten me off.
And then when your children start to get bullied, that's like a final straw in a way. Tell us what you did about it.
Well, basically, I'll have to go back a little bit because it's like when I came home, it says, Mum, can you go into school and talk about the Sikhs? Now, Mum came from India, from the Punjab, couldn't speak fluent English, enough to go to the shop and buy provisions and that sort of thing. Some years later, my daughter comes back to me and says to me, Dad, they're picking on me, bullying me, similar to what I said to my mum. Will you go into the school and talk about it? My mum couldn't do that for me, but I could do it for my daughter. So I went into the school and I did the assembly and I took a turban in and I showed the kids how to tie the turban and I explained what it was. And you know, after that day, there was no more bullying. You know, the girl that was actually picking on her became her best friend. And, you know, I soon realised that the way forward has got to be through education. Mr. Singh was carrying with him his special little kirpan. He carried it wherever he went. It wasn't a knife or a dagger, it was his holy sword. The holy sword reminded Mr. Singh of 5 very important words: truth, freedom, justice, honour, protection.
Just on this theme of Sikhism, there was a time when you rejected it a little bit, wasn't there?
There was a stage in my life where I did have a little dip, but then I came back, and you know, it made things good.
But is it true to say that your faith in Sikhism was restored when all the trouble at the Golden Temple in Amritsar was going on?
The Golden Temple, 1984. Yeah, yes. I remember it like yesterday. I mean, I don't think there's any Sikh in the world that wasn't touched by that. You know, that happening, that episode in the history of the Golden Temple. It touched our heart, it touched our souls. The Golden Temple is really our heart place. And it did have a significant effect on me as a Sikh. And although I was just on the peripheries of understanding my religion, what I wanted to know now was, what is this Golden Temple? What's the history about it? What's the teachings behind it? Who are the gurus? You know, and when I found out more and more, it was just fantastic. It's like another, you know, another world. We're what we call the Sikh warriors. The Sikh warriors. You know, when you look at a Sikh, you look at everything, and it is such a powerful, overwhelming appearance that we have, especially the men. And people look at it and they get frightened. You know, they say, wow, you know. But behind this, you know, this garb that we wear is a saint. There has to be a saint behind it as well. And that guy shows he's got a saintly side. We all have, you know, we've got the saint side and we've got the warrior side. And you know, on the horse is another one of those Sikh animals that we love horses. I was a proud man. I was a proud dad. And they talk about, you know, daughters and fathers, and I didn't really know what that sort of bonding was until, you know, I had to give it away. You know, and that was, I had a lump in my throat and a tear in my eye, but I says it's time to move on. The read verses from the Guru Granth Sahib, which are the 4 wedding verses, right? So what we'd call the Gani, the head priest, will read out the verse, and then the Ragis, the musicians, will sing the verse. We'll put music to the verse, and then the couple will stand up, do the normal bow in front of the Guru Granth Sahib, and then they'll walk around the Guru Granth Sahib, and that happens 4 times. And basically what it means is like we're putting the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy scriptures, the teachings, in making them the centre of our life. So each time they read the verse out, and then they walk around, and then they sit down, and then he'll read another verse out, and it goes on. And then when the 4 verses have been completed, then basically the marriage ceremony has been performed. And then what happens is sing this other little verse, and now that was the one that really touched me, and I had tears. It was nice, but it was tears of joy.
Yes.
That's what it was. It's tears of joy.
Yeah. Do you think that Yorkshire might have helped you to find your calling in life?
People used to say to me, "You've got a Yorkshire accent. You've got a story," and I thought, I went to elocution lessons. Right? Would you believe it? Just to get rid of that Yorkshire accent. I really. But then I thought to myself, well, hang on. You know, let's go back to who you are. You know,
Yeah.
I've got a Yorkshire accent. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I'm quite proud of it now.
Yeah.
And in fact, on one of my leaflets it says, Roop Singh looks Indian, dresses Indian, talks Yorkshire. So I have no problems with Yorkshire. I love it. Yorkshire's fantastic. Yeah.